All right. So, good evening. Today, of course, is Thoughtful Thursday. It was originally going to be Thick Girl Thursday, but I felt like just kind of sort of doing a little insight with everything that happened this past weekend. Of course, I try my hardest to stay out of it, but it kind of hit a little bit close to home. Someone that I'm very close to, and someone who has been on a past episode prior to um, this situation happening. One of my close friends, David, um, recently lost his cousin. His cousin's name is Rayshard Brooks, and this interview was, first of all, the powerful conversation we had prior to us even doing an interview was crazy enough. So I was just like, let me get what I can. I'm recording with his permission, of course. And of course, I like to put out facts before anybody else, because there were a couple of people that wanted to do interviews about the situation. But I'm like, I mean, why not just have this conversation at home first and then get the opinions? Because everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an asshole. That's just kind of what it is, right? So I'm about to play a small excerpt of the body cam footage that was posted. Supposedly this is what happened. All right. So I'm gonna just let you know.
Who can tell me the meaning of the
Yo, yo, what's up, my man? Hey, come in. Hey, hey, man, you're parked in the middle of the drive-thru line here. Hey,
Copy 41 no injury.
sir.
25 westbound at Jones.
What's up, man?
25 west.
Hey, you're parked in the drive-thru right now. Hey, sir.
Called in by a third
You right?
party. Still black Toyota Camry and an unknown.
Dude, you're parked. You're sitting in the drive-thru line here. What's up? So you're parked in the drive-thru line. You're
Okay. So you said you had an insightful conversation.
I did. I had a conversation with a police officer in South Fulton, the city of South Fulton. I reached out to him because he stated that he felt the shooting would be justified. And other than wanting to know why, I had a couple other questions, but he said that there's of course we know the media only says certain shit.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? They don't tell us the whole thing. We only see a certain amount of the footage. So what he said was in their training, they're taught that if someone takes your weapon that you're trained to use, tries to use it against me.
Mm-mm.
At that moment, to protect your life, to protect your partner's life, you have to use whatever force needed.
Is that the rule?
That's what they're taught from his account. That is what they're taught in their training. If someone takes my weapon and tries to use it against me, then at that point, it's up to my discretion, of course, but I'm trained to do what it is I need to do because this person has my weapon and can incapacitate me, hurt me, or kill me. So at that moment, I have to protect myself. Now, of course, they're protected by laws and statutes and all of this kind of shit, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand there's a whole legal side of it. We upset. We feel some kind of way. People are upset because they see this shit all the time. It seems like it plays out the same way. We just lost a fucking family member. So that's why I say feelings are going to be involved. It's going to be emotional. But realistically, we also do have to look at the legal side of it. But one of my questions to him was, I understand him being considered a threat because he has your weapon. Completely understand that. But at the point he's running away, how much of a threat really is he? Like he's running away. Yes, he has your weapon, but how much of a threat? Because at the moment he's running away from you, the threat is minimalized. Like, it's reduced. I would say fucking in half. I get he got your weapon. So at that point, that's the only justification I could see in that is he has my weapon. No, I didn't really feel my life was really in danger. He's running away from me with a taser. I've been tased if I'm a cop. I've been tased.
And that's why I was just about to ask. Technically, a taser isn't like a weapon.
They say it's not lethal. Now, depending on how you use it, because you could tase the shit out of somebody and kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. It's not like you can't be killed by a taser. Let's not get it misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be killed by a taser. It would take excessive tasing. Like, they would have to tase the shit out of you, unless you got a heart condition or something like that. Running away, you jump, you're not gonna hit. Now they say he was hit. He didn't get actually, like, it didn't incapacitate him. From the video I saw, it looked like he got touched. But
no, I don't think he got touched. I think he said it flew by his ear. So he still never even, he wasn't that far.
He wasn't. And I part of me feels like that officer shot because he was close enough. He knew he could hit him. Officer further back wouldn't have taken that shot because he was so far away. When we saw Walter Scott, he might have kicked his arm, man. I don't think I remember seeing that. That's in charge.
Okay. Tell us about what kind of person your cousin was.
Oh man, rayshard. When they say he was always smiling, that's the realest thing. He was young. He definitely loved his family. He had his time in the streets. He did his thing when he was young. I remember, because he's younger than I am, so I remember seeing him. Damn, cuz he doing his thing. Like, I was glad to see, you know what I'm saying, just because he was young. But what I knew was he had been incarcerated. So for him, he was on a completely different avenue, and everybody saw that. We knew he wasn't wayward child necessarily. He wasn't disrespectful. He was always disrespectful. I know the main thing my mom says is he was so sweet. His his brother right above him was a little different, but she always made a point to say that he was so sweet. Me and his brother right above him were a little tighter because we were closer in age, but he was so fun to be around. He was so fun to be around. It's crazy because my cousin that spoke at the press conference, she put a post on Facebook about a week or two ago, and about the 4th, family meeting up for the 4th. She tagged a bunch of people, and as I'm typing my comment, I see that somebody's writing a comment. Let me see who this is. He's the first one to comment. I'm in. Yeah, you know I'm in that thing then. And she just shared it again, and it's like, damn, that won't happen. Like, it won't happen. We won't get to see that smile on his face. You know what I'm saying? I won't get to talk to him about. But I remember you pulled up on Cleveland while he was in the Jeep. Why, cuz, you need a ride? Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was cool as a fan, man. And there's many people who, there's tons of people who cool as a fan that did some shit. You know what I'm saying? That they wouldn't necessarily brag on. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That don't change the fact that, you know what I'm saying? He could still be here right now. He should still be here right now. You know what I'm saying? He made poor decisions. Nobody will disagree with that. Nobody will disagree with that. But that didn't mean that he deserved to be dead.
Well, of course, I don't want to play too much of the recording, but basically Rayshard Brooks was very cooperative with the officers. They did shoot him in the back as he was running away, which he opposed no threat, regardless of if he aimed a taser that was dropped by the officer that was so afraid, who grabbed their gun. I definitely want to send condolences out because every day, we're going through it every day. My personal opinion, stay armed. It's just my personal opinion, but forever and ever, it's always going to be a beautiful day on the south side of GA.
Did you have your phone anyway?
Don't you go to my car.
I think the officer took that opportunity because he was in close enough range, and I feel like even in cases like Walter Scott, that officer was mighty close to him. He had just started running, and that officer was mighty close to him, and he fired in his back because he was close enough. If add 10 yards to that officer might not have taken that shot. But that to me still didn't. It didn't suffice, man. It doesn't. He had the weapon, yeah, he fired it. But man, come on, man. The chances of this guy making contact and the chances of him really being a threat as he's running away from you, it don't add up. It just doesn't add up.
So, what kind of person was your cousin? Because the media the media is really painting him out to be like the criminal, not the fact, not the fact that he just visit his mom's gravesite. None of that shit.
Well, my cousin, he's 27, and I'm gonna be honest. He had his time in the streets.